Hey, this is Lucy again. I mentally collapsed tonight. My mind just went nothing. Okay, those who know my videos are probably thinking, "Oh, this is supposed to be ASL week 20." Yes, it is. But we're not going in the usual direction tonight. We are going to talk about the disaster that I just walked away from tonight at ASL. It wasn't the classmates. It wasn't the teacher. It was me. It was all me. Okay, so we were supposed to come up with 20 questions, 20 facts, a few facts for us to assign to our partner. And each each interesting fact has to be different than the last one. Because, we rotate partners. All well and good. Signing with another person is way different than signing by yourself. Let me tell you how. Because they're going at varying speeds, and it's like, I drive a GEV, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm trying to keep up here. I'm my own worst critic. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I am my own worst critic. Sorry about the lighting in here, just hanging out in my car, until before I go in. I just couldn't keep up tonight. Tonight, people would sign so quickly. Much like with certain languages, some people can sign very quickly. I can't do that. And apparently some of the people in my class can. And I really envy them right now. Because as they're signing, very relatively quickly, in my opinion, I'm just trying to mentally keep up. It came to a point where I was rotated. My third partner was the newest member of the class. Apparently she had taken the class before, a few semesters ago, and she just now was doing the second class, now that there's actually another advanced class to go to. And we weren't supposed to talk during this whole thing. Well, I was trying to sign to her that I had two sisters, and that's the truth. I have two older sisters. And I told her, I have two older sisters, after the timer was up. And my teacher said, no talking. And at that point, I just lost it. I collapsed. My anxiety just caught up with me, and I just started freaking out, and I was putting my journal over my face so that nobody could see me freak out. But obviously my teacher noticed me freak out. So she brought me outside, and she told me, you're doing great, trying to be encouraging, but I am just hating myself right now. I hate it when I can't keep up. I hate it when I can't keep up. I hate it when someone points out a mistake that I made. You know what? And I hate it too when I point out a mistake too. I hate it. I hate it because there's always that feeling of, if I mess up, it might just ruin my chances entirely. This is me in class. This is me at work. This is me at home when I'm by myself. I live in a studio apartment all by myself. But if I were to trip on something, step on something, whatever, it's like, no, I shouldn't have to make stupid mistakes like that. And I know people make mistakes all the time. But the more mistakes I make, the more my anxiety builds up, and I don't want to live that way. I do not. And I know this is nothing. I usually don't freak out like this in front of the camera, but I'm sorry. I wish I wasn't so anxious all the time. I wish I wasn't so critical of myself, and yet I am. And when it gets to a certain point, I just start freaking out. Tears run down my eyes. I get anxious. I feel like if I make one more mistake, then it's all gonna end. I'm gonna get kicked out. And it's like, no, I don't want to live that way. I don't. I want to be happy. I want to just accept that I made a mistake and move on. And yeah, I make mistakes all the time and I admit that, but I just wish I had the strength to move on sometimes. That's all I want. That's all I want. And okay, I've just finished ranting for 5 minutes, and I know some people may like that, because we human beings, we just love negative stuff. We just love it. We just love it. But I just had to get past this, just get this off my chest. I'm gonna keep practicing. I practice. And I practice, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't I? I mean, it's a language. I mean, you're only going to get better if you practice, right? Right? So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep going, and hopefully I'll learn to not freak out so much.